Hello students. So in our last few classes we have read about the group theory in our chemistry. So this is our last class of group theory, and so just I want to recapitulate about the topics which we have learned till now. So at first, we have read about the representation of the group by matrices. We have told about the identity matrices. In that case, what would be the matrix representation? In case of the reflection or the sigma matrices, what would be the matrix representation? Similarly, for inversion center, similarly for CN matrix, and after that we have also discussed about the SN matrix. So these 5 cases we have told about that how can we represent these symmetry operations in the matrix form. Okay. Next, we also have discussed about the character of a representation. So various symmetry operations are there, which I have told already, that is identity, inversion, CN axis, SN axis, and the sigma plane. And if I add the sum of the diagonal matrix, then we get the character of each symmetry operation. And I have written here for each symmetry operation, in case of identity, the value of chi, that is the value of the character, that is 3. In case of inversion, the value is -3. In case of CN axis, the value is 2 cos theta plus 1. SN axis, that is 2 cos theta minus 1. And in case of the sigma plane, the character or the value of the chi, that is +1. Next, I have also discussed about a very important thing, that is the reducible and irreducible representation. In case of the reducible representation, mainly we are writing the representation by using the Bethe notation. So in case of E, the value of the Bethe notation, that is 3. In case of C2Z, that is -1, sigma xz1, sigma yz1. If I take for example the C2B point group for these cases, so in this way I have written the reducible representation, which is actually the character of each matrix form. Next, I have told about the dimension, and after that we have said about that the reducible representation is mainly derived from the bases. Mainly 2 types of bases are there. The first one is the xyz coordinate, and the second one is the 3n coordinate. In case of xyz coordinate, how can we derive the reducible representation? I have already said about that. And after that we have also said about if we take the 3n coordinate as base, and then how can we determine the reducible representation by a very easy trick. In case of C3V point group, I have also said the reducible representation, that is 12, 0 and 2. And in case of the C2V, the value is 9, -1, 3, 1. So these things are very, very important to introduce these things in the character table. Then I have also discussed about the irreducible representation. Irreducible representation are the main thing which we are just writing in the character table in any type of the point group. Okay, so in case of the irreducible representation, just we are writing 1-dimensional matrix or 2-dimensional matrix element or 3-dimensional matrix element, like that. Then we have come to the great orthogonality theorem, that is our GOT, and we have also discussed about the GOT. The 3 cases were there, and the importance of GOT is that we have derived the 5 rules from the GOT. These are the rules, and then after discussing the rules, we have implemented these rules to form the character table. First, we have taken the example of C2V point group, and in case of the C2V point group, the character table means mainly the irreducible representations are looks like this one, that is all are one dimensional. And in case of the C3V point group, the irreducible representations are looks like this one. So in case of the C3V point group, one dimension along with the two dimensional matrix forms are also there, because in case of the Bethe notation 3 with respect to E, we have written 2, so that represents the two dimensional matrix form in case of the C3V point group. Next, in our last class, we have discussed about the character table. So in character table, that is very important because the 6 regions are there. In the region number 1, we are mainly writing the point group. In the region number 2, we are mainly writing the symmetry elements which are present in this point group. And the region number 3, we are writing the irreducible representation in Mulliken symbol. In the region number 4, we are writing the irreducible representations. In the region number 5, we are mainly writing the translational and the rotational notation, and in case of the 6th region, we are writing the quadratic functions. Then I have told about the Mulliken symbols. Means why we are writing A1, B1 or A2, B2 or E or T. So many things we are writing in the coordination chemistry also and in our group theory also, and we have discussed about this. Then we came to the C2V character table. In case of the C2V character table, this is the C2V character table. So this is the total form, and from this character table we have also derived the different irreducible representations which are present in the reducible representations by using a mathematical trick. Okay, so in our today's class I will just write that if I add the Na1 plus Na2 plus Nb1 plus Nb2, then we are getting 9, because in case of the water molecule the number of atom, that is 3, so 3 into 3, that should be 9. Okay, so just to check one time, if it will not come 9, that means you have done something wrong in your representations. Okay, so if you add these 4, there is 3 plus 1 plus 3 plus 2, it should be 9. That means you have done right. If it didn't come 9, that means you have done something wrong. Okay, so for a non-linear molecule, the 3n, that is equal to the total number of modes, where the translational mode is 3 and the rotational is 3, and the vibrational, that should be 3n minus 6, because that is a non-linear molecule. So it can also be shown from the character table that in case of the translational, just to check one time, I have written here Bethe notation XYZ, that is our translational. Translational means we have to go along axis, that is x or y or z. So why in the region number 5, if you check, that is our region number 5, I have written z, then rz, then xry, then yrx. That means the xyz are there. Where the xyz are there? In A1, in B1 and in B2. That means the Bethe notation xyz, that is the Bethe notation of translational, that is A1 plus B1 plus B2. Okay, and if I talk about the rotational means Rx, Ry, Rz. So if I check the rotational things are there, that Rx, Ry and Rz are there, and this represents the B2, B1 and A2. So that's why we are writing here A2 plus B1 plus B2. Okay, so what would be the value of the Bethe notation of vibrational modes? that should be Bethe notation of 3n, means all total reducible representations in the form of the irreducible representation minus Bethe notation of translational minus Bethe notation of the rotational. So for the Bethe notation of 3n, we have already derived this, that is 3a1 plus a2 plus 3b1 plus 2b2 minus of Bethe notation of translational minus of Bethe notation of rotational, and it comes, that is 2a1 plus b1. Okay, so in case of the Bethe notation vibrational mode, that is our 2a1 plus b1. Okay, so in this way we can derive the different irreducible representations which are present in the reducible representation if we remember the C2V or any type of the character table. Then after that we can derive that which irreducible representations are responsible for translational, rotational or vibrational modes of a molecule. So in case of water molecule, the translational modes mainly derived from the irreducible representations of A1, B1 and B2, and in case of water molecule, the rotational modes mainly derived from the irreducible representations of A2, B1 and B2, and the vibrational modes for water molecule which comes mainly from the irreducible representations of A1 and B1. Okay, so 2 units of A1 and 1 unit of B1. That's why the total vibrational mode, that should be 3, because 3n minus 6, that is 3 into 3, that is 9 minus 6, that is 3. So here also you can see 2a1 plus b1, that means 3 vibrational modes are there. So in water molecule, the translational mode, that is 3, rotational mode, that is 3, and the vibrational mode, that also 3. Okay, so next I am just coming to the C3V character table. So in case of the C3V character table, the symmetry elements are E, 2C3 and 3 sigma V. In case of C3V character table, E, 2C3 and 3 sigma V, these are the symmetry elements. So what is the class? The class is the number of the symmetry elements, that is 3, but the order is 6, because E is 1, C3 is 2, sigma V is 3. So 1 plus 2 plus 3, that is 6. So the class of the C3V point group, that is 3, but the order, that is H, that is equal to 6. Next, what we have to do? Next, I am just writing the character table. So we have already known about the character table. We have derived from the GOT that these are the irreducible representation. Just I have written here the irreducible representation in the Mulliken symbol, that is A1, A2 and E. Okay, A1, A2 and E. So why I have written A1, A2 and E? I think you guys know about that, because in case of the identity, where the value is 1, you have to write A or B, and if the number is 2, you have to write E. So in case of E, where the 2 is there, that means that is our E, and 1, 1, in that case we have to write A or B. But if we look at the C3, these are positive 1, both are positive 1, that's why I have written A in both the cases. Okay, and why 1 and 2? Because with respect to the sigma V, when the value is positive 1, we have to write 1, and in case of sigma V, where the value is minus 1, we have to write A2. Okay, I think that is clear. So I have just used the Mulliken symbols and I have written A1, A2 and E. And finally I have to write at below, that is the reducible representation with respect to the 3n coordinate, that is 12, 0, 2. So that is our region number 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I am going to this region number 5. In the region number 5, we have to write the translational and the rotational modes. That is, I have written here Z, RZ, X and Y, Rx and Ry. And in case of the region number 6, I have written the quadratic functions, that is x square plus y square and z square. And the next one is the blank, and at the next level I have written x square minus y square and xy, and again xz and yz. So these things we have to remember for any type of the character table. The region number 1, 2, 3, 4 you can write by using the rules, GOT rules, reducible representations, irreducible representations. By using the Mulliken symbol, you can write region number 1 to 4. But in case of region number 5 and 6, you have to remember. But in maximum cases, for your NET exam or any type of the competitive exam, the total character table they had given in your question paper. But for your MSc exam, you have to remember these things, because in exam you it may come like that, just to write the C2V character table or just to write the C3V character table, and how you describe this C2V character table, how you form that C3V character table, like that. Okay. So next I am going to that the determination of the different irreducible representations which are present in the reducible representation in case of the C3V character table. So for this one I am just following the last class rules which I have just discussed in our last class. That is, if I will talk about the NA1, then I have to write first 1 by 6. That is our 1 by order. Then you have to give the third bracket. Then 12 into 1 plus 1, 12 into 1 into 1. I think it's clear, because reducible representation with respect to E, that is 12. Then with respect to E and A1, the number is 1, and E is only 1 unit, so that's why 1 plus reducible representation in case of the 2C3, that is 0. A1 and 2C3, that is 1, and C3 is 2 units, so 0 into 1 into 2. So next should be 2 into 1 into 3, so that comes 3. Again in case of Na2, इसके लिए क्या होगा? In case of Na2 we have to write 1 by 6, that is our order. Then 12 into 1 into 1 plus 0 into 1 into 2 into 2 into minus 1 into 3, that is our 1. In case of Ne क्या होगा? 1 by 6. Then in case of Ne क्या होगा? यहाँ पर 12 into 2 into 1, first one. Next is the 0 into minus 1 into 2, and the last one is 2 into 0 into 3. So that is our 4. So if I will write the total reducible representation in the form of different irreducible representation, then it should be Bethe notation 3n is equal to 3a1 plus a2 plus 4e. Now just for checking, I am just adding 3 plus 1 plus 4, so that is our 8. But you have to multiply the 4 with 2. Okay, you have to multiply the 4 with 2. Why? Because in case of E, if I will do the identity matrix, then the value is 2. So that's why 3 plus 1 plus 4 into 2, that should be 12. That means 3 into n. So C3b means ammonia molecule. In case of ammonia molecules, it contains 4 atoms. So 3 into 4, that is equal to 12. So our reducible representations in terms of the irreducible representation, that is right. Okay, so that you have to check. Okay, so this is our mainly the C3v character table which I have discussed here. So the C3v character table, first we have to write that character table, then different irreducible representations which are present in the reducible representation. Then we have to check, is it true or not, is it correct or not, and for this one just I have to add these things, and it should be is equal to 3n. Now in case of C3v, what would be the value of the Bethe notation translational? Means which irreducible representations are responsible for the translational mode where x, y, z are written? So that is our E and A1. You can check in case of E and A1, the x, y and z are there. So A1 plus E. In case of the rotational, you can see that E and A2. Rotational, the R, Z, Rx, Ry are there in A2 and E. So that is E plus A2. So in case of vibrational, that is Bethe notation of 3n minus translational minus rotational. So that should be 3a1 plus a2 plus 4e minus e plus a1 minus e plus a2. So it comes 2a1 plus 2e. That means in case of ammonia molecule, the number of vibrational modes, that is 2 into 1 plus 2 into 2, that is our 6, which is also equivalent to 3n minus 6, that is 12 minus 6, that is 6. So that is also a right thing. So in case of ammonia molecule, the translational modes number, that is 3, the rotational modes number, that is also 3, but the number of vibrational mode, that is 6. Okay. Next, the last topic, that is IR and Raman active vibrational modes. This portion is mainly important for your NET exam. For your MSc exam, I think that is not important that much, but you just remember a very little trick, then you can just give the answer that which modes of vibrations or which modes of vibrations are IR and Raman active. So for this one, just listen that the vibrational modes consisting of x, y, z coordinate are all IR active, and vibrational modes consisting of quadratic function are all Raman active. So in case of C2V point group, the vibrational modes, that is our 2a1 plus b1. We had already seen that 2a1 plus b1, that is our vibrational modes. And the IR active vibrational modes, that is also 2a1 plus b1. Why? Because in A1 and B1, you can check that x and z are there. X and z are there in case of A1 and B1. That means that is our IR active. Okay, so that is our IR active. And Raman active, for the Raman active vibrational modes consisting of the quadratic function. Okay, so I am just checking in case of A1 and B1, is there any quadratic function? So you can check in case of A1 and B1, the quadratic functions are there, that is x square, y square, z square and xz. That means in case of the C2V point group, the vibrational modes both are IR active as well as Raman active. Why? Because in case of IR active, we have to check that is there any x, y, z component. So I have checked yes, x, y, z are there. And is there any quadratic function? Obviously the answer is also yes. Okay, so the IR active is 2a1 plus b1 and the Raman active is 2a1 plus b1. So both IR and Raman active vibrational modes are 2a1 plus b1. Next, in case of C3V, what is the vibrational modes? Vibrational modes is 2a1 plus 2e. Vibrational modes is 2a1 plus 2e. Now I am just checking in case of A1 and E, is there any XYZ? Obviously, we can check in case of A1 and E. In case of A1, the Z is there. In case of E, the X and Y is there. So both are IR active. Again, in case of A1, you can check the quadratic function that is there, that is x square plus y square and z square. And in case of E, the quadratic functions are also there, that is x square minus y square, xy, xz, yz. Okay, so in case of the C3V point group, the vibrational modes is 2a1 plus 2e, IR active vibrational modes, that is also 2a1 plus 2e, and Raman active is also 2A1 plus 2E. That means both IR and Raman active vibrational modes, that is 2A1 plus 2. So in this way you can explain that which modes, which vibrational modes are IR and Raman active. Very easy. Just we have to check that is there any XYZ coordinate which I am writing in the vibrational modes. If yes, then that is IR active. And is there any quadratic functions which we are mentioning in the vibrational modes? If yes, then these are the Raman active vibrational modes. Okay. So this type of questions are always coming in your NET exam. So that is very, very important to remember. So in this way we have completed our mainly the C2V character table as well as the C3V character table, their translational, rotational and vibrational modes, and we have also determined the different irreducible representations which are present in the reducible representations, and finally the vibrational modes which are IR and Raman active. Okay, so we have finished our group theory portion. Now you can ask me the any type of questions. If you have any type of queries, you can ask me in our comment box. Okay, thank you.